Guys, we are on site today right here at Marshfield, a Beazer home community in North Myrtle Beach. This is new construction, the information that you want. I'm going to grill Noah with tons of questions that you want answers to. We're going to take a walkthrough of one of the models. I'm going to dive into builder incentives and let you know what some of the top new construction builders are offering to other buyers in our market. So that way you're armed and equipped when you go in there to negotiate. I'm also going to let you know what the top 5 new construction communities are in our market. Now, I don't want to hold us up. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into this video now. If you're thinking about buying a new construction home in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, this video could completely change where and how you buy. Purchasing new construction is all about the deal, and having a solid buyer's broker could be the difference in you building wealth with many of your fellow Americans or making a decision that costs you thousands from day one. Because not all new communities are the same. Builder incentives vary, financing options differ, some neighborhoods hold value better than others, and the amenities that actually matter to everyday homeowners can change from one community to the next. In this series, we're taking you inside new construction communities across Myrtle Beach and the Grand Strand, from coastal neighborhoods to fast-growing inland areas, so you can see how they really compare before you make a decision. We'll break down builder incentives, lot purchase and resale strategy, new construction versus resale comparables, and work through your floor plan resale potential. Not only will you see the out-of-pocket expenses to purchase the property, but you'll also get a full breakdown of your first year annual home expenses. We'll take a tour of the on-site amenities, and I'll show you local points of interest that will impact your daily life, like schools, shopping, golf, restaurants, grocery stores, medical, and even highway infrastructure. But we're not just talking about this from a desk. You'll hear directly from on-site sales agents inside each community as I interview them as your buyer's broker, paired with on-location video so you can actually see the homes, feel the neighborhood, and understand the pace and personality of each area. We'll compare communities side by side in each area so that you can see how this community stacks up against the rest of the market, and decide if you can get a better deal elsewhere or if the premium you're paying is really worth the cost. Remember, the biggest wealth builder many Americans have is their primary home. And I'll help you size up this deal to ensure that you'll be able to resell this new construction home, keeping hard-earned money for you and your loved ones. Whether you're a first-time buyer, VA and FHA buyer, growing family, upsizer, newlywed couple, second home buyer, investor looking for a stable new construction rental property, or a retiree, I'll help you find the best community that meets not only your needs, but also positions you for long-term value and resale. By the end of this video, you won't just know what's being built, you'll understand why some communities stand out, which ones fit your budget and lifestyle, and where buyers are getting the most value today so that they can make the most at resale. So whether you're relocating, upgrading, downsizing, buying your first home, or planning for the future here in Myrtle Beach, this series will give you the clarity and confidence to make a smart move. Guys, we're on site today with Noah right here at a Beazer community called Marshfield.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're going to be obviously taking tours of Marshfield homes and stuff like that, but we're going to have a nice, easy walk, and we're going to get a lot of your questions answered about Beazer, about Marshfield, about Myrtle Beach new construction. And in this instance, kind of North Myrtle Beach new construction, because we are technically now annexed into North Myrtle Beach.
Yes, sir.
Guys, you know, the surrounding areas around Myrtle Beach are really starting to pick up. There's lots of new construction, whether it's Conway, whether it's North Myrtle Beach, which is previously known as longs.
Right.
Yeah, but these little outskirts areas, they're blowing up because you can get such a good deal on new construction compared to buying a resale home. And with all the additional incentives, I mean, and let's get everybody excited. Walk and talk to me about Beazer incentives.
Yeah, so I mean, we do kind of both sides of things. You can do the build from scratch option or the quick move in. With the quick move in, you're going to get that discounted pricing that you can kind of flex to however you really need it. But then with our build from scratch options, you've got the ability, we'll typically do a design credit like we are for the month of June. You can use that towards your design options, or you can even use that as closing costs to say come with less to the table, or even buy down your interest rate. It's really up to you.
Typical house. I mean, how much could I get off of an asking price?
It's probably 25 to 35, just depending on which of our two collections in the community.
I mean, guys, come on now. What about closing costs? How's that work?
It's the same thing. You can flex it to money off or towards your closing costs. And I mean,
so I can save money out of pocket, basically.
Yeah, you get best of both worlds.
Well, that's not bad. Now, I did find out that you guys don't have an on-site lender here.
Correct.
So, guys, I have a lender. He's phenomenal. He can do these new construction deals for you. We can line up more than one lending quote, get you the best deal. It's absolutely doable. You shouldn't let any kind of financing issue stop you from coming and getting a phenomenal new construction home. Now, why did Beazer choose this location, maybe as opposed to maybe Conway? Like, what is it about this location?
Yeah, I mean, there's several factors. The big ones, at least in my opinion, are we're within a 3-minute drive to Barefoot Landing. That's huge.
For those of you that don't know, Barefoot Landing is a major tourist attraction in the North Myrtle Beach market.
Yep.
They have a marina where you can drive up with your boats and eat at a restaurant on the water. Greg Norman, Lululemon, you name it. They got all kinds of stuff out there.
Got golfing there too. I mean, it really touches on all the aspects.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just dive into that golf real quick. 4 championship courses out there.
Right.
That are phenomenal at the Barefoot Resort. So I mean, obviously that's a huge reason.
Yeah.
You know, on Sunday afternoons, people are out there with their kids. They're playing. There's games. There's restaurants. There's shops. It's a good time.
Yeah. I mean, that combined with you're less than 15 minutes to the beach, and you can get anywhere in the Grand Strand area without having to touch that pesky 501.
Oh yeah. And now let's talk about 501, because a lot of people from these major cities, they think, you know, when we say traffic and they say traffic, it's two different things. 501, we're looking at 15 to 20 minutes of rolling traffic in the morning when everyone's going to school and work, in the afternoon when everyone's coming home. Now, for all of you guys from the high traffic, the major cities, it's not going to be an hour to an hour and a half in traffic.
Right.
Yeah, it's just not the same thing. Now, but yes, 501 is a major, you know, corridor for traffic wise, shopping wise. I mean, everything that you need is on 501. It's going to take you out to Conway. It's going to take you into Myrtle Beach. But obviously, you know, being here, you don't have to deal with that.
Right.
Now, who is this community really best suited for?
I mean, it's really kind of a lifestyle-driven community. So anybody that's looking for that amenities package, that's a big thing that we offer here. But
talk to us about the amenities. Unpack that.
So we've got the resort-style pool, of course. That's kind of standard from what I'm seeing around a lot of new construction.
Yep.
But then we take it several steps further. We've got the full clubhouse with a full kitchen. It'll have a fitness center. You've got pickleball courts in this community as well.
Come on, pickleball is huge.
Oh yeah, it's blowing up over the last few years.
Up.
And not to mention, I mean, you've got sidewalks in this community all throughout. It'll be on both sides of the street, which is such a minor detail, but it's extremely rare.
Yeah, that's not common in new construction, honestly. Yeah, sidewalks are huge. All right, so what's the biggest reason buyers are choosing this community over others nearby?
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. I mean, the big thing is the energy efficiency. I mean, I myself live in a Beazer home, so it may be a little biased, but my electric bill last month was $60. So when you're talking such a minute price difference with such a big utility savings every month, it goes a long way.
Over 200. Dude, come on.
Yep, it is. It's very different. And I mean, the construction speaks for itself. You got the 2x6 sidewalls. Nobody else is doing that. The spray foam insulation, fresh air system for the whole home. You feel the difference when you walk in.
Guys, and you can see back behind us here, they are literally building this home right now. That could be your Beazer home.
Absolutely.
Right here at Marshfield. Now, real quick, what are the top 3 selling points of this neighborhood?
I mean, number one, you've got the amenity package. I think that's a big one because it's a lot more than we've ever done in a Beazer community before.
Yeah.
Number two, you've obviously got such a vast range of everything in here. You've got homes starting at 1,800 square feet all the way up to 35.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's such a wide range of everything you can get in here. We've got something for everybody.
Yeah, so let's talk through price points. What's the cheapest home? What's the most expensive one you see?
I like to go all in, excluding our townhomes that we've got in here, which those are going to run $310 to $350 for the most part. Okay. Our single family you can get in as low as, I mean, if we go bare bones, probably $410, $420.
Come on.
But then throw in biggest floor plan, biggest lot, structural options, all the things.
Yeah.
As we say in the South, all the fixins.
All the fixins.
We can get up to over 800. So I mean, you've got such a wide range there of price point that we really can get anybody in here.
Okay, now I had a client. We came out. We checked out Marshfield. She said Marshfield was a higher quality home than DR Horton. Those were her words.
I can't legally speak to it.
I know you can't say it. I know, but my client said it, and I don't disagree with her. You know, I went into a gorgeous home. I forgot which home it was.
That was the Persimmon.
Yeah, and you know, we went into DR Horton's version of that same home. It was not as nice. Now, we had to work through her pros and cons, and obviously, you know, this is her story. So, you know, she had family in town. You know, that was going to be at a different DR Horton location. They live there, so that was a huge plus for her. Now, outside of that, though, quality of the home wise, you know, she gave these homes a 10 out of 10 versus the DR Horton home, she gave an 8 out of 10. And, you know, going with her and walking through both homes, I can definitely see where the Beazer homes have the quality. There's not a question of if the quality's here. Now, the interesting thing that I thought about all of it was, well, they're the same price. Come to find out, the homes were basically the same price, but one had greater quality. Now, we dug a little bit deeper and kind of worked through location. The DR Horton community that she was interested in was Arboron Woods. It is in Conway. It's probably 10 minutes from here, right?
Yeah, if that.
10 minutes or so, but it is 10 minutes a little bit closer to town. And Conway is one of those new hot growth areas. Mm-hmm. So somebody might argue, you know, the dirt itself, the location itself of Arboron Woods is a little bit better than this location. Somebody could argue that.
Yeah, depends on where you want to go.
At the same token, if you have a strong value for the highest quality home, someone could then go, well, these Beazer homes at Marshfield crush those DR Horton homes.
Absolutely.
Now, on her end, there was just too many things that were working well for her. You know, she was going, well, I got my family in the neighborhood, which is obviously, that's huge. You know, that's huge. You know, and she was getting also some great incentives. DR Horton does have great incentives, guys. You know, let's not downplay it. They do. Now, are you going to get off the asking price what you're getting off a Beazer home? No. Are they going to throw in some financing incentives if you use their financing? Yes, it sweetens the deal. So you got to kind of weigh that. But you know, she started looking. There were so many check boxes that for her, you know, it just didn't make sense. Like, you know, yes, the home was nicer, but she was winning on so many other fronts. It wasn't a good fit for her. But the point is this: if you have a strong value for the finest or nicer quality finishes, a better quality home, I think by hands down, Beazer's beating out DR Horton. And it's my job to say that. Now, is DR Horton a nice home? Yes. Can you be very, very happy at a DR Horton home? Yes. Will I help you buy a DR Horton home? If it's a good fit for you, yes. Will I be honest with you about whether or not I think it's a good fit for you? You better believe it. That's why you pay a buyer's broker to help you work through those kinds of things. So, you know, for her, it was just stacked up to where Arboron Woods worked, but she did come out of it saying those Beazer homes are top. You know, those are definitely nicer homes. So I feel like that might be valuable for a lot of people looking at DR Horton homes and looking at Beazer homes, to have heard it from a broker and heard it from my client, basically. You know, that was her take on it. We literally walked into some homes those two homes were almost identical, but the Beazer home crushed it, dude. I mean, it was just nice.
Yeah, I mean, you walk in, you can feel it. You can tell.
Yeah. So What type of buyers are moving here right now? Retirees, families, second home buyers? Who are you seeing?
I mean, Myrtle Beach itself is such a unique market. We see everybody. I mean, I myself, I'm 25. I bought a Beazer home, and I've
Yep.
seen people as old as in their 80s and everything in between. I mean,
In this neighborhood?
yeah. I
Wow.
mean, we've
Wow.
got a lot. It's kind of one of those things that there's no restrictions and no limits on who can really make it happen.
Okay.
I've seen first time buyers, I've seen retirees, and everything in between.
So what amenities are planned right now that should get buyers pretty excited?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as we kind of mentioned earlier, the pool, that clubhouse and fitness center, and the pickleball courts.
Yep.
You got the sidewalks, you've got dog parks, you'll have a playground, and you'll have walking trails throughout a good chunk of the community as well.
Wow, man, you guys are really doing it up here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the nuts and bolts, Noah, of what's a starting price home and what is that going to include?
Yeah, so I mean, base house cost on one of our lots in here, I mean, I can get you in as low as 405, 410 area.
Yep.
And even at the standard inclusions, we're going to get quartz countertops, you'll get a kitchen backsplash. You're getting throughout portions of the home, you're getting a laminate engineered hardwood. So it won't be that glue down LVP that you're used to seeing in a lot of these homes, which isn't a bad thing.
No.
It's just a few steps up.
Yeah.
We include so many model-esque finishes that even at the standard, you don't have to upgrade unless you like something better.
Yeah, for sure. So your standard home versus hypothetically versus DR Horton standard home, you're blowing them out the water.
I mean, you said it, not me. And then on our signature collection, we include solar panels on the roofs as a standard. So
that's pretty cool.
Take that low utility bill and cut it in half even further.
All right, so what upgrades are most buyers in this neighborhood actually adding?
I see a lot of people that they upgrade for like big ones is going to be your gourmet kitchen.
That's going to add resale value.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we do that big walk-in kind of zero entry shower as a standard.
Yep.
So most people will upgrade the tile there. They'll upgrade flooring. But I mean, besides that, I mean, those are the big things that I see.
Do you like covered porches? And
a lot of that is going to be
porches?
a lot of the covered is going to be standard for the most part. There's only one floor plan where you have to add that in.
Really?
Wow. And then people will upgrade to the screen for next to nothing, and it makes it super easy to not have to do anything after closing.
Wonderful. So, highest resale add-ons you're thinking? Gourmet kitchen.
That big spa shower is a huge one. Most builders are charging 12 to 15 for that. I mean, the location itself, you're 10 minutes from the actual North Myrtle Beach city proper.
Yeah.
15 minute drive down to the actual beach where you can park and spend the day there. That's a big one. And then obviously the higher end features in the home, they really make it.
Yeah. So guys, one of the big things about resale is having the emotional ooh and ah, honestly. If you're trying to get into what should I add on to a home, what should I not add on to a home, it needs to be the features that create the most ooh and most ah. Mm-hmm. We're talking gourmet kitchens do, for sure. Tiled showers or showers that are super upgraded. Bathrooms that are phenomenal. Covered porches and patio areas. Places where buyers are going to walk into that home and they're going to go, oh, I can see myself here for Christmas. My Christmas tree is going to go right here. You want them to have that kind of emotional draw, and the upgrades that really add, the ROI that help you resell it for top dollar. That is going to be the ooh and the ah stuff.
Yep.
So don't spend a lot of time focusing on smaller things. If it can be added afterwards without a lot of added expense, you probably shouldn't do it. If you can't add, an upgrade afterwards, you probably should do it. And then if it's going to be like something that's really inconvenient,
right?
You probably should just go ahead and pay the builder to do it. That way you don't have to deal with the hassle of it. So, but outside of that, you want to add just the features that create a great ooh and ah sense. All right, so let's talk about lending. Noah, let's say that a buyer has their own lender. Can they bring their own lender here and use their own lender and still get the incentives?
Yeah, so there's a lot to unpack there. It's not been unheard of in the past. It's possible. But the big thing that we do on the financing side is kind of another thing that separates us from other builders here in the area. We have 3 different lenders that we've partnered with from various parts of the country. As of right now, they're based out of California, Arizona, and Virginia. We don't own the lender, so we're not making any kickbacks off the loan. we've set it up that they are pitted against each other to really give you their best rate, incentives, offers, all at the front end. So you know exactly what you're getting into, and you know that you've had some great opportunity to shop and compare.
Yep, and it's always smart to have lenders competing over your business.
Absolutely.
How much money are buyers typically spending on upgrades?
I've seen a very wide range. I've seen people who go more bare bones and they're spending 20 to 30. In some very rare cases, I've seen people put in over 100.
Wow.
It really depends on what all you want to do, but there's definitely room for that for sure.
Yeah, and if you're aiming at resale value, guys, a lot of that is going to be picking out the right lot, because these homes, after they stamped out, a lot of them are very much the same. So the homes become commodities in the communities, especially new construction, and having those lots with premiums, privacy, having, not at the front entrance, so there's not a lot of noise,
Right.
waterfront lots, picking that lot out becomes very, very crucial for resale. Now, which floor plan do you think is selling the fastest out here?
I mean, naturally we see that as you're in a community, whatever floor plan is modeled, it's going to get the most activity on it. So the 4 that we've got as models are our Leland, our Persimmon, our Sterling, and our Ivy.
Yep, and if you haven't seen those videos with those walkthroughs, if they're not in this video, they should be. But click on some of the other videos to see full walkthroughs of those models. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say those are our top probably. But I mean, the other 3, the Hickory, the Reynolds, and the Mulberry, they all fly too.
Now, which floor plan do you personally think offers the best value?
That's a phenomenal question.
Value
can be seen as very different. It depends on what you as a homeowner are looking for.
Okay, so what do you personally like the most?
What do I personally like the most?
Yeah. You live in a Beazer home.
I do. I live in a Beazer home myself. I live in a single story.
Yep.
So if I had to go at it all over again, I'd probably go with either the Persimmon or the Ivy.
Persimmon's nice.
Yeah, man. That 19-foot ceiling, there's something different about it.
You walk in there, guys, and it's like, ooh, it's wide open, it's expansive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you. That's the, layout wise, that's the resale value right there.
I mean, that's the wow factor. As soon as
you walk in that home, you go, wow.
It feels grand.
It feels great. It does. It feels grand. So, obviously, the layout that you choose has an impact on resale.
Absolutely.
Let's just be honest. So, some layouts are going to appeal more to, if you get a single level home, most likely a retiree would like a single level home. They don't want to go up and down stairs. They don't want to hurt their legs and stuff like that. Or at least I hear that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I hear.
Not that singles or couples don't buy single level homes. Absolutely. Sometimes they make great starter homes, for sure. So, but the point is that you have to be thinking about who is that end buyer when you go to purchase this home and who's going to fit best for. And, and then you kind of curate a package. For example, I'm going to pick the lot out if I know that most likely the buyer of my home is a retiree and the home that works best for me is a single family home. I'm probably going to arrange the lot based on what they like. And as long as it fits my own personal taste, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that I have that end user, end buyer, resale person in mind all throughout the time I'm managing that property, so that when I do go to sell that property, I'm set up. I'm in a good spot. Now, you could not do that, and you could just go, it's all about me. I'm gonna get whatever I want, and you probably get a lot of value out of it.
Yeah.
But you also still get probably a lot of value out of it, but can position yourself very, very well if you just consider who that end buyer is the whole time you're buying that house, buying that lot, and you're setting it up for resale. I mean, the financial part of it is a very real part of it.
Yeah.
That, for many Americans, their home is their largest wealth builder.
Right.
So, let's get savvy with it. Let's not be all about ourselves.
Yeah,
yes,
you get something you love,
but
make it work for you.
But make it work for you, and make it work for you in the future. Anyway, so which plan do you think works best for multi-generational living?
Definitely, that would be the Ivy. You've got your primary on the main level. It's I like to say it's a bigger version of the Persimmon.
Okay. All right.
You get your primary on the main, and you get a guest suite upstairs for that kind of multi-generational living.
What do you think that buyers are consistently surprised by after touring these homes?
I mean, I've heard it time and time again. The big thing that I see as a surprise is the quality. It reminds a lot of people that we see moving from those New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, even as close as Virginia. I
Yeah.
mean, we see a lot of it as the quality they're used to up north. It's designed to withstand a little bit more and provide a lot less hurt to the wallet, so to speak.
There you go. A lot more bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Guys, you're literally seeing the frame of the houses that they're building right here. Check this out. Let's speed up a little bit. I want them to see the guys are literally out here building these homes right now. I mean, literally, that could be your home. Pick up the phone and give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. Now, if you were buying a lot in here today, which lot would you go for?
I mean, for as far as what I've seen, we really don't have a bad lot in here. Almost every single lot in the community backs up to water or woods.
All right, now the builder's got to say that to you. A caveat, though, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
Caveat is just keep in mind that every lot out here has to sell.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, some lots will be better than other lots, and it's our job as your buyer's broker to get you into the best possible lot. Now, could a neighborhood have a ton of waterfront lots? That's phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. With privacy, even better, for sure. But is there a certain lot that you like a lot?
I mean, on a personal preference standpoint, we're about to open up a phase here in the next month or two that's running right to the side of the amenity center.
Yeah.
And that'll all back up to this wood line here that's, as far as I know, a protected wetlands.
Oh, so basically those woods aren't going anywhere.
Not as far as I know of. Something could change 10, 20, 30 years down the line.
What phase is that?
I believe it's the start of phase 2.
Okay, so check that out, guys. If there's a wetlands there and it can't be moved, then you've definitely got privacy behind your house.
Absolutely.
I mean, at least that's a logical conclusion. Anyways, moving right along. Fences. Can we put a fence up?
If you're not on the water, you can do either the white wrought iron or a white vinyl privacy.
Okay.
If you're on the water, it's got to be that white wrought iron, which is pretty typical in HOAs.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I've seen a lot of switches from the black wrought iron to the white recently, which is
for sure
kind of cool to see.
Well, I'm glad you can have fences. I mean, for
absolutely.
Sure. Sometimes in some neighborhoods you can't have fences,
which is crazy.
It's a very real thing, guys. Here, yeah, and we're gonna get into HOA fees. Don't worry. Stay tuned. Timing the market matters just as much as picking the home. Understanding end of quarter and end of year builder pressure, knowing when to target inventory homes versus to be built opportunities, and recognizing early phase versus late phase pricing can dramatically change your outcome. I believe financing is where deals are truly won or lost. Interest rate differences, temporary versus permanent buy downs, choosing the right loan type like VA, FHA, or conventional, and knowing when to use lender credits versus builder lender incentives can impact your payment for more than the purchase price. I believe when all of these elements are aligned correctly, you're not just buying a home, you're engineering a deal that works for you on day one and positions you to win again at resale. If you're still early in the process, start by watching a few more of these community breakdowns. Then when you're ready, we'll build your strategy together. And if you want to make sure you're not overpaying, missing incentives, or choosing the wrong community, reach out. I'll help you compare the entire market and structure a deal that works for you and not the builder. Call me now at 843-360-1737 and let's map out your strategy the right way. How much is in the HOA? What's included?
Yeah, so I mean, you're going to get that big amenity package that we've been kind of hyping up this whole video: the pool, the clubhouse, fitness center, the pickleball courts, the dog parks, playgrounds, walking trails, the whole shebang.
How much does it cost?
$125 a month right now.
That's not bad. That's cheap. I mean, in my mind, that's real cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so lots of people are concerned about HOAs. Here's the deal, guys. You have to look at an HOA as something that protects the appreciation on the back end of the investment, on the home, 10 years up the road, 5 years up the road, 7 years up the road. You go to sell that property, well, guess what? If there's no HOA and this place turns into the Wild Wild West and you got guys working on rusted vehicles and all kinds of craziness going on in the neighborhood, you got people leaving Halloween stuff up all year long and Christmas decorations up all year long, it becomes the Wild Wild West. And then when the buyers drive through your neighborhood, they don't want to buy there because they don't want to deal with crazy neighbors. So the HOA is a good thing. It actually protects that appreciation on the back end. They make value-added decisions. Of course, they live here, they own here. They keep the amenity center up, they keep the pools up, they keep the grounds, they keep things in order. Now, the HOAs tend to go above and beyond sometimes and kind of cross that line of what's absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people are people, man. So you got to get used to that. But at the same token, I want to make sure, you know, I once ran numbers on maybe like average 3-bedroom home sales in our market. I mean, like, we're talking like $300,000 in appreciation over a 10-year period. Like, do you want to live in a non-HOA home and then give up an extra $100,000 or $150,000 in appreciation because your neighborhood's ran down? Not really. Nobody wants to do that. You know, that is you being able to move up into a nicer, larger home. That is you being able to maybe put your kid through college. You know, like,
yeah, I mean, that's a lot of value.
That's a lot of value. That's you buying an investment property or not. You know, so HOA is a good thing, guys.
So there are, to kind of touch on that HOA Wild Wild West point, it has to be a long-term lease, so 12 months or longer.
Okay.
But I mean, that being said, I know somebody who, it wasn't my personal deal that I was able to help them into it.
Okay.
But they decided that they were going to buy as an investment and they were going to move forward and rent it out. So I mean, it is possible. It's not done very often on a new construction.
Dude, let me tell you, as far as investments go with long-term rentals, these new construction communities, you can make a pretty penny if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
These homes, in my opinion, will rent for a significant amount of money, well over what the mortgage and HOA fee is going to be on it, and property taxes. And if you want specifics, pick up the phone and give me a call. But I'll give you an example. I've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom over in a neighborhood called Myrtle Beach Golf and Yacht over in Socastee. I rent it out. It's a 1,200 square foot home. I rent it out for $2,000 a month. I could have gotten $2,250 for it. You know, so the point is that, like, I mean, it's $1,000 a month. You're clearing profit on that, and that's a non-new construction resale home in a gated community in our market. What I'm saying is, imagine a new construction home. If I can charge $2,000 for a 1,200 square foot resale built back in 2012, imagine what you could charge for. I mean, I'm thinking $3,500 easy.
Throwing numbers out there.
That's just an off-the-cuff guess, guys. But listen, if you want specifics, I can get those for you. 843-360-1737. Now, what internet providers service this community?
So we primarily are allowing HTC in here. The HOA is.
Yep.
So what I've seen is nothing bad on anybody else, but I personally use HTC myself.
Yep.
I get a lot of very quick internet access, and I know the installation is done very, very well. They properly trench everything and hook it up correctly.
Now, are we in a flood zone?
We are, to my understanding, a FEMA Flood Zone X.
We are in a flood zone?
No, Flood Zone X.
That's not a flood zone. Yeah.
It's not required.
It's not AE, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
AE is bad. You don't want to be there. All right. So, what property taxes? What are we looking like on property taxes?
Yes, I mean, I don't know the specifics just because I haven't personally bought a home in here.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, I mean, you're annexed into North Myrtle, so it will be a tiny bit higher because you've got those North Myrtle Beach property taxes. But I mean, $2,500 to $3,500 a year is probably a realistic guess.
A year, not a month. A year. Yes, for all of you people up north that are looking to move down south, and I hear all these stories about how property taxes are exuberant up north. People are paying like $15,000 a year or some kind of crazy stuff, $2,000 or $3,000 a month. No, that is for the year. That is not a monthly. $2,500 to $3,500 is a year. Those are annual property taxes. All right, now are there flood zones? Are there property taxes? What are the biggest mistakes buyers are making when purchasing new construction?
That's a great question. I mean, you really can't go wrong on an investment side of things, but I know a lot of people, with our bread and butter being that pick your lot, pick your plan, and really build from scratch.
Yeah.
A lot of people they're regretting not upgrading to this or upgrading to that, or, oh, I'll just do that after the build to save money, and then it becomes a hassle that it's 2 months of a project.
Don't do it after the build to save money. If it's going to be a hassle thing before, get them to go ahead and take care of it.
Yep.
Now, I can't help but notice an absolutely stunning amenity center over there. Can we go walk through that?
Absolutely.
I believe without independent representation, buyers don't compare other communities that may offer better value, miss opportunities with stronger incentives or better timing, and often accept default structures on financing, upgrades, or lot premiums that may not serve them long term. I believe most buyers are guided to focus on the home itself, when the real decision should be about resale, long-term value, and how the deal is structured from day one. I believe when you have the right broker in your corner, you're not just choosing a home. You're comparing the entire market, structuring the deal strategically, and positioning yourself to win both now at purchase and when you sell. Before you make a decision, let's run your deal the right way. Compare incentives, financing options, and timing across multiple communities so you know exactly where you stand. And even if you're already talking to a builder, it's worth getting a second opinion, because small changes in structure can mean thousands of dollars in difference. Call me now at 843-360-1737 and let's break down your deal the right way before you move forward. All right, guys, just in front of me is the Marshfield Amenity Center, as you can see. Now, back behind it to the left is the pool area, which we're going to get to in just a minute. But I wanted to kind of show you, and they are still constructing, which is why you got some guys out here in trucks and all kinds of stuff going on. But look, here's the neighborhood. Wanted to kind of give you a little view of some of what I'm seeing out here around me and homes. Now, let's get inside here. Now, this amenity center, I know it has a pool. I wonder if it has a fitness center or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. It is absolutely stunning out here, guys. Construction is great. Oh, gotta get through the gate, guys. Gotta get through the gate. We got restrooms right here. Little dark, little dark. Let's get a light going. There we go, guys. Yes. Not bad, not bad. We got the ladies here. We got a door over this way. We've got a pool. I'm gonna walk you around. Nice little kiddie entry area, as you can see. It is gorgeous, guys. It's very, very nice. Very well done. Back in the left corner over here, you can see there's a little playground set. Just over there. Here's a covered porch area. I'd imagine they're probably going to have some furniture over here. Tables and stuff. People to come and enjoy. Yeah, so just over here you can see there's a playground, which we'll get to in just a minute. And there's also some tennis courts over here. Is that a fireplace?
Yes, sir.
Look at that, guys. Come on. Getting it done. So let's see that fitness center.
Absolutely.
All right, we're getting inside. Pool table, fireplace. Oh, that's cool. Kitchen. Come on, come on. That's nice for having parties and stuff out here. Got restrooms here to the left. Restroom here inside. Quick peek. And that fitness center is which way?
Be around the corner.
I'm gonna go around the corner and get into this fitness center, guys. There it is there. Pretty cool on-site fitness center. treadmills, ellipticals, bikes. All right, guys, I'm gonna take you over and show you the playground. And are these pickleball courts over here?
Pickleball, yes, sir.
Pickleball. Here's your playground. They're still building it now, as you can see. Another covered porch. Just here. And pickleball. So which floor plans, Noah, are selling the fastest?
Well, for the more price conscious, it would be the hickory. That's going to be our lowest starting out, and you can kind of get up in the weeds a little bit there, but it's going to stay on that lower end.
Yep.
The persimmon is selling a lot for that wow factor. That really, it truly is captivating.
Yeah.
And then that sterling is a single story with an optional second floor, so I've seen a solid mix of both. But that being said, we've got 4 other ones that are amazing homes as well.
Builder reps will help you buy in their community. My job is to help you decide if it's the right deal in the entire market and structure it so you win now and at resale. If you're thinking about buying new construction anywhere in Myrtle Beach or the Grand Strand, the next step is simple. Schedule a call with me. We'll walk through your goals, compare communities, and map out the strongest deal strategy for your situation. Call me now at 843-360-1737 and let's make sure you get this right from the start. I believe the difference between an average deal and a great one is rarely the price. It's how you structure incentives, optimize financing, control timing, and ultimately protect your resale. I believe great buyers aren't focused on small price reductions. They're leveraging closing cost credits, rate buydowns, free upgrades or premiums, and lot fee reductions to create immediate and long-term financial advantage. All right, guys, we are on site today right here in Marshfield, a Beazer home community. We are getting into the Ivy. Now, this is, I mean, from what I understand, it is the persimmon model on steroids. Now, let's talk about the outside here. Let me just back up so you can bring it home. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is our arts and crafts elevation. You get your hardy shake siding right around the garage there. You get your almost farmhouse looking garage door there. And then, of course, full hardy all the way around the home. And this is where you can actually really see our dark brushed brass window trim. That is an upgradable option that we do offer as the builder. So you'll get that all around all the windows of the entirety of your home. And then coming inside here, you got your dining room right there as a formal room. Get your coffered ceiling upgrade that we offer. And then here, you also get a study that is a designated study with an actual closet in it as well. So you can very much so use this for a bedroom, a guest room, an office. Very multifunctional room for sure.
Super cool. Plenty of natural light, recessed lighting. Let's see this. Additional storage space. Not bad. Not bad at all. And just across the way,
You get your dining.
I mean, like, beautiful ceilings.
Imagine Thanksgiving's right here.
It's pretty cool. And that connects right into the kitchen.
Yeah.
But we also have the house. Which way do we want to go?
I say we go through the house.
All right, let's go through the house. Come on.
Get that little wow factor.
Come on, let's do it.
Here you've got a half bathroom there with a little linen closet.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a little half bath right up front.
Yeah, I love a good pedestal sink as well. You walk right in. You got some under the stairs storage, which we'll look at, but you get, again, a 19-foot ceiling. You get a ton of natural light in here.
Do you see this? This is happening in this home right now.
You got your iron rod baluster staircase. You get another gourmet kitchen option here with a very different color palette. Gives it that kind of farmhouse sleek type of look. Again, your induction drop-in, vented hood, vented all directly outside, not up into the attic. dishwasher, farmhouse style sink, wall oven, and then your refrigerator there.
Oh, I mean, I gotta tour just a
Yeah.
little bit of the dining room over here and get some of this.
You get an
light.
eat-in kitchen as well.
Beautiful view. We
Get
got
a door out to your patio there as a standard.
That's standard, guys.
Yep.
Right there.
And then one thing I love about this home is if you pop around a little bit, you can upgrade from windows here to actual sliders that open directly onto that back covered patio. I feel like it just opens up the space and makes it so much more usable, and all that natural light really makes for a beautiful home.
Dude, look at that. Look at that. Look at that natural light just flowing in.
It speaks for itself. It really does.
Is this the master?
This is the primary down here.
Master on the bottom floor. Come on. Let's take it in. Let's take it in.
Plenty of space for plenty of furniture. Get your tray ceiling option up here as well. And then we step into your primary ensuite bathroom. You'll again get tile floors all throughout. You'll get your vanity with quartz countertops as a standard. You got a little linen closet there. Makes it super convenient.
Not bad.
Full tile shower. Glass wall.
In case you wanted to know what it would be like to be in the shower, there you go.
And then you got a huge primary closet in here as well.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad at all.
Plenty of space
Huge.
for sure.
Dual vanities. Hi, guys.
And again, your water closet there. So coming back through into this gorgeous great room area. You do have your butler's pantry and your walk-in pantry over here.
Oh, we didn't see that.
Yeah, you get best of both worlds. You get a little coffee bar and you get a walk-in pantry.
Come on, guys. Come on.
And then through here, again, a very central laundry room right off the primary. Your standard drop zone here. Another coat closet.
I know that's got to be a garage behind you.
Oh, yeah. This is where all the toys like the slingshots and the Corvettes go.
Come on.
Get your big open garage with your tucked away water heater. And of course, your main water shutoff valve inside the garage rather than on the outside of the home or underground. Breaker panel, again, you'll have a conduit there for a switch for solar panels that are included in our signature collection. And then your pre-wire for your golf cart charger right there.
Now to get upstairs. Talk to me about these stairs.
Again, you get the oak treads. They're made by the same company that does the laminate engineered hardwood floors. It's the Revwood oak treads. You come upstairs, you get your stained balusters here. Get your very, very nice and comfortable loft. Tons of space there for, you really could have two separate outings. You could watch a Red Sox game down there and a Yankees game up here, and you'd be able to enjoy them both.
Plenty of natural light.
Moving through, this is a little bit of a unique home as well, because again, every bedroom has its own bathroom. So you come into the first guest bedroom, you got two windows for some natural light, plenty of space for furniture, and then it wraps around to a closet and to a full bathroom.
Let's just get a little view out of this. Check that out, guys. Those could be your homes right there across the street.
You get a closet right off the rip. And then you get your full bathroom. I've never seen so much storage space in a little tiny bathroom closet area.
Come on.
Every square foot is very well used. Then coming on through, we are walking into the only bedroom that does not have an ensuite bathroom. That is because it is right there.
So So this is the community restroom that services the rest of the house.
Mm-hmm. And you get your other guest bedroom up here, your kid's bedroom, whatever you'd like to use it for.
Again,
feel free.
through a lot of these windows, you have a beautiful pond view. It's always a nice touch. Closet.
And then moving on, we got one more bedroom at technically the side of the home, but I like to view it as the back. You get your mechanicals up here, of course.
Yep.
And then walking in, you have almost a secondary suite up here, realistically. Got king bed, it feels like a primary bedroom, and then you walk into the bathroom and it further proves that along. You got a dual vanity here.
Wow.
You got a water closet there.
Get out. Is this a primary?
No, it's just another guest ensuite. The fiberglass walls on that can be taken out for tile. Tucked away, a little water closet there. Again, you can upgrade a tile on that. And then you've got your actual primary closet there. And you've got your linen right behind your entry. Tons of storage space in this one.
Plenty of natural light.
And plenty of great views.
Plenty of great views.
Imagine that with your morning coffee.
They're building your home right there. Pick up the phone and call me. It's 843-360-1737. Well, that pretty much wraps up the Ivy, but I have to show this view again because, like, yes, that's happening right now in this home. That could be what you wake up to every morning. Well, that wraps up the Ivy, guys. 843-360-1737. Give me a call. All right, Noah, what's the construction timeline for these homes?
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're sitting anywhere between like a 4 to 7 month time frame, just depending on which home style and how things go with Horry County.
Okay.
So not super long at all.
All right, and then when somebody wants to get started, how much out of pocket do they have to put down for a deposit?
Yeah, so typically it would be 3.5% for government. For conventional, it would be 10, and then cash is 20. If we've got to break it down into payment plans, we're super easy to make it work on that end, and I just have to take at least $5,000 with the contract.
Well, too easy to get started. No, you don't have to have your current home on the market to go ahead and start the construction process. I've heard some things like that. You don't have to sell your home before you come. You come, you pay the deposit, and they start building your home.
Right away.
It's
right away.
Simple.
We don't delay you at all.
Yeah. I cannot wait to talk about top new construction builder incentives in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, let's jump right into it. D.R. Horton, we've got paid closing costs between $6,000 and $12,000. Always, it depends on the deal. It depends on the timing. Is the property built already? Is the property under construction? Those are some of the factors that you're going to see at play here between your interest rate and your closing costs. So a home that's already constructed, you're going to get a better deal on. They want to move that fast. A home that has to be built from the ground up, well, you're probably not going to get as good of a deal. Now, there's a range there. Paid closing costs, $6,000 to $12,000. Interest rate starts as low as 3.99%, going up to that plus or minus stands for the current market rate. Now, there are no other incentives that I'm aware of after interviewing and talking with D.R. Horton reps. Now, Pulte Homes, $10,000 to $14,000 in paid closing costs, 3.99% interest to the going rate. Now, other incentives is between $20,000 and $40,000 off the ask price. I cannot wait to dig deeper and unlock some insights for you here on these builder incentives. Now, Mungo Homes, you've got $3,500 to $5,000 in paid closing costs. Your interest rate starts at a 4.99 to the going market rate. They are higher on the interest rate than both D.R. Horton and Pulte. That's Mungo Homes. And then there were no other incentives with Mungo Homes. Now, finally, we've got Meritage Homes. We've got paid closing costs to the tune of $5,000. Your interest rate as low as 4.99% to the going market rate. And they do free appliances, which I thought was really, really cool. They take care of all your appliances to include your washer and dryer. Yeah, not bad. Now, let's dig in and go a little bit deeper. Number one, don't chase the rate alone. Look at the total incentive value. We got multiple builders offering as low as 3.99% interest rates. So rate is becoming less of a differentiator between the new construction builders. The real spread is in your closing cost, it's in your price reductions, and the other incentives or extras that you can pull off in your deal. The takeaway here is that a 3.99% interest rate is great, but if one builder is giving you $30,000 off the price, that often beats a slightly better long-term rate. Now, number two, Pulte is hands down the most aggressive equity play on the table. $10,000 to $14,000 in closing costs, $20,000 to $40,000 off the ask price. This is the only builder here creating instant equity at purchase. Now, what this means for you as a buyer is it's going to have the lower loan amount. It's going to be better. You're going to have better refinance flexibility later, and there's going to be stronger resale positioning. Now, the investor angle here is this is the closest thing to a buying below the market that you're going to find in new construction. I like this play a lot, if I'm honest with you. Out of all of these builders, me personally, I think you're getting the best deal here. Plus, they seem to be a pretty, they're more of a custom builder, which, if you've seen the videos, if you haven't seen the videos, you need to watch the videos and learn the differences between the different builders in our market. I think Pulte is winning on the deal, though. Now, number three, D.R. Horton is the best cash to close play. So for those of you with less money in your account and you're going to be tight bringing cash to the table, you might want to go with the D.R. Horton home. $6,000 to $12,000 in closing cost is huge. Competitive at that 3.99% rate. There's no flashy extras, but the takeaway is that it's a clean, simple, predictable deal. It's strong for buyers who want the lowest out-of-pocket upfront expenses. They want stable financing, but they have no need for added value beyond just the basics. If you want to come out of pocket with the least amount of money, D.R. Horton's your builder. Now, Mungo and Meritage, this is the middle ground, but weaker financially. It's not going to be the best deal. It's low closing cost. It's got a higher rate at 4.99%, and there's no extras. In my opinion, this is the weakest overall financial package on the table. Now, could one of these homes be the best value for you? Absolutely. If you find a lot of value in the product line that Mungo or Meritage produces, even though the numbers don't work out well for you, it might still be the best value for you. And those are things that we have to dive in and work through, the personal use value versus the financial deal, and kind of find out where your priorities are. If it's more important for you to get a perceived value that you have in a Meritage or a Mungo home, then it still might be a win for you, even though it's not the best deal. If you're more financially minded and your goals are more financial, or perhaps you don't have as much money to come out of pocket, a variety of factors, but if your priorities are more on the financial side, then Mungo and Meritage probably are out of the game for you. Now, Meritage, we've got a flat $5,000 closing rate with a 4.99% interest rate. We've got free appliances. Now, the appliances feel good emotionally for sure, but financially, that's maybe $3,000 to $6,000 worth of value. You're effectively paying more monthly for a cosmetic perk. Let's call it what it is. Now, the hidden truth, builders are incentivizing differently based on strategy. Pulte, they're here to move inventory and discount that price. D.R. Horton keeps their pricing firm, but they support financing. And then Mungo and Meritage, minimal incentives. They rely on the product brand. The takeaway for buyers is you're not just choosing a house, you're choosing a builder's business strategy. You got to see it for what it is. Now, the smart buyer strategy, and this is where we really need to dig in. When you're comparing communities, your buyers should ask, what am I getting in exchange for the price I'm paying? And guys, I try to drive this home in my videos, which is why we compare different builders. It's why we look at resale value versus new construction. It's why we look at comparables. It's why we go in and say, all right, in this community, I'm getting a larger lot and better privacy, and I'm paying a little bit of premium compared to the rest of the market. But in this community, I'm not paying a premium. I don't have a larger lot. And then maybe as a buyer, you don't even care about a larger lot. Well, then it might be good for you to go with a lower tier new construction builder as opposed to a higher tier because what you're paying for is worth it for you or not worth it for you. So you've got to always ask yourself, what am I getting in exchange for the price I'm paying? And so when you walk into a new construction community, you see that asking price, but we dig in deeper and look at things on a price per square foot basis and compare your home to the rest of the market so you can see where it sits and see if that premium is worth it. That's one of the things you've got to do. It's why you hire a solid buyer's broker to help you work through the nuts and bolts of not overpaying for what you actually value and want. Now, if one home is $10,000 more expensive, but another gives you $30,000 off up front, that's a $40,000 swing in your favor. Now, the bottom line is best upfront equity, Pulte. Best for lowest cash out of pocket, D.R. Horton. Best emotional perks, but weaker financially, Meritage. Weakest overall deal structure is going to be Mungo. Now, builder incentives can look similar on the surface, but when you break them down, the difference between these deals can easily be $20,000 to $40,000. That's why we don't just pick a house. We structure the best deal across the entire market. And it's why you hire a buyer's broker like me to run your numbers so that you can get the insights that you need to make a savvy decision when buying new construction in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Pick up the phone and give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. Now, here are my top 5 picks for new construction communities in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Your first 3 communities, Waterbridge, Crescent Cove, and Arcadia, are all going to be upper tier new construction. Clear Pond by Beazer Homes is going to be a mid-tier new construction community, and then Arbonne Woods by D.R. Horton is going to be a low-tier new construction community. Now, Waterbridge, this is a premier gated community with resort-style amenities, strong resale demand from lifestyle buyers, and a track record of upper-tier appreciation. Crescent Cove is going to be a newer Pulte-built home with modern floor plans, competitive buyer incentives, improving entry value because those incentives are phenomenal. They're the best on the board, and broad buyer appeal for resale liquidity. Remember, the neighborhood you buy in, that's going to determine how liquid that home is in the future, how many days on the market it sits. Arcadia, now this is affordable entry into a growing area. It's got functional layouts ideal for primary and rental use, and a steady appreciation tied to its location near expansion corridors. Clear Pond is going to be a balanced mid-tier pricing with solid community amenities, reliable builder quality, and consistent resale performance across multiple buyer segments. And then finally, Arbonne Woods, lowest price point for new construction, strong affordability attracting many first-time buyers, and it's got upsell potential as surrounding development matures. It's out there in Conway. It's a little bit more inland, but as that area grows, and it is growing, it is booming with new construction, you can be sure that you'll see some appreciation out in the Conway area. That's my top picks for new construction right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.